I've had a big experience with Ritalin, and I think you should know this, especially if you're thinking of giving it to your kid, because ADHD can be really hard, but having the wrong medication for you can be a lot harder. Hey, I'm Nick McLaughlin, your friendly neighborhood ADHD coach with ADHD, and today I'm just going to be talking about Ritalin symptoms, warnings, a little bit of my own experience as someone with ADHD. So if you're ready, let's go. All right, so this is going to be fun for me because I have a past with Ritalin. And I can mention a few things that aren't on here. It is a stimulant. The type is a methylphenidate. Very important thing about the history is it's been around longer than any other kind of medication. Personally, I didn't like it. I didn't really like any medication for ADHD. I ended up feeling a lot like a zombie. Like I wasn't myself and I just didn't feel good. I got a lot of social anxiety. I don't know if that has to do with it, but you can see my whole story on that in the video above about my experience. But Ritalin can be helpful for you. Try it. It doesn't hurt to try. That's what I always say. Talk to your doctor, try it out. And if it's not for you or your child, talk to each other. It's very important. That was something I didn't really get to do and didn't really have a choice. So I think that it's really important to do that. How long does it take to kick in? 20 to 30 minutes, really quick compared to other medications for ADHD. The lasting time is 3 to 4 hours. And if you want it to last longer, so you don't have to keep taking it throughout the day, then there are versions called Ritalin LA or Concerta. You may have heard of Concerta, and it's the exact same thing. It's just a different brand. It's basically like Nike and Adidas. They're made of the same exact thing, just different brands. So basically different people making more money. That's all it is. Who's it for? People with ADHD and narcolepsy. I actually didn't know that for a long time. The side effects, looks like a lot, but don't be threatened. Insomnia, decreased appetite, dry mouth, faster heart rate, feeling jittery, headache, and dizziness. Okay, so those are the more common effects. And a lot of times you can lose weight because it decreases your appetite. So just make sure to eat when you can, in between, eat healthy, talk to your doctor. The less common side effects can be mood swings, increased blood pressure, nervousness, gastrointestinal issues, and abdominal pain. Abdominal pain usually happens because we don't eat and we take the pills. So eat when you take the medication. It'll help a lot. Trust me on that. It's not fun. Warnings. So there's a risk of dependence and abuse because it's a stimulant. So just look into that, talk to your doctor about that. Potential cardiovascular issues such as increased heart rate and blood pressure. So your doctor will probably ask you if you have any history of heart issues or anything like that. And if you do, they probably won't prescribe this to you. If by any chance you take it or your kid takes it, they'll probably monitor you a lot, have you talk to them a lot about this. So it may exacerbate symptoms of anxiety, agitation, and psychosis. It's not recommended for individuals with heart issues or anxiety issues. It can cause growth suppression in children with a long-term use. I'm actually making a video about that. It's very interesting. And keep watching my channel. Subscribe to my channel so that you can keep on top of that. It's something you have not really heard before. I think you're going to like it. And regular monitoring is recommended to check the side effects and effectiveness. Last notes. They're most likely to prescribe this first because Ritalin has been around longer than any other ADHD medication. It's the most trusted. So doctors will usually just say, let's try this out. Only 50% of those given stimulants respond well to the methylphenidates like Ritalin. And if they don't work, then a doctor will prescribe amphetamines most likely, which is almost the same. It just works differently in the brain. And usually that works for the 50% that methylphenidates don't work for. The extended release is the same thing as Concerta, but a different brand, like I said. So you can save yourself some money just by doing a little research and understanding what brands they're pushing. A lot of doctors don't really just tell you this stuff. So I thought it'd help. Like this video and subscribe to this channel if you want to learn more about ADHD. And I'd love to hear your comments below. If you've tried Ritalin, your kids tried Ritalin, if you thought this was helpful for you at all. And I'd really highly suggest watching this video I filmed on my personal experience with ADHD medication and why it was actually a really bad idea. You may not hear that very much with ADHD medication, but check it out for yourself. And here's a side you may not have heard of before. Later, neighbors.